The Zorathians, a highly advanced alien civilization, hailed from a distant galaxy where their technological prowess and intellectual capabilities had made them supreme rulers of their domain. With their superior intellect, they had mastered interstellar travel, harnessing energy sources beyond human comprehension. The Zorathians were known for their strategic acumen, and their decision to invade Earth was driven by a desire to expand their empire and exploit new resources. Choosing the Sahara Desert as their base was a calculated move. The vast, arid expanse offered a strategic location free from the dense human populations of cities. Its harsh environment was of no concern to the Zorathians, whose technology was designed to withstand the most extreme conditions. They envisioned transforming the Sahara into a fortified command center, a launch pad for their conquest of Earth. The invasion commenced with the arrival of the Zorathian mothership, a colossal structure that descended upon the Sahara with a blend of awe and terror. The initial moments were met with panic among the scattered human inhabitants of the desert. However, the Zorathians swiftly demonstrated their dominance. Human resistance was expected but quickly subdued. Military forces that engaged the aliens were met with formidable energy shields and advanced weaponry. Zorathian drones, sleek and silent, patrolled the skies, neutralizing threats with precision. The humans' conventional weapons were rendered ineffective against the alien technology, which included energy disruptors and teleportation devices that allowed the Zorathians to outmaneuver their adversaries effortlessly. With the human resistance quelled, the Zorathians focused on establishing their presence. They deployed specialized units to secure key locations within the desert, ensuring complete control over the region. The invaders faced little opposition, as the sheer display of their technological might left human forces in disarray. Once control was secured, the Zorathians began constructing their command center in the heart of the Sahara. Using advanced terraforming technology, they rapidly transformed the barren landscape into a bustling hub of alien activity. Towering structures, pulsating with energy, rose from the sands, forming the nerve center of their operations. Drones were deployed to map the vast terrain meticulously. These autonomous machines, equipped with state-of-the-art sensors, created detailed topographical maps, identifying resource-rich areas and strategic vantage points. The Zorathians' confidence in their mission grew as they observed the efficiency of their technology in adapting to the Earth's environment. The command center was a marvel of alien engineering. Its central hub housed the core command unit, where Zorathian leaders orchestrated their plans. Surrounding this hub were research labs, communication centers, and defensive installations. The entire facility was powered by an advanced energy core, ensuring a steady supply of power regardless of external conditions. The Zorathians' initial successes bolstered their confidence. They believed their technology made them invincible, and the transformation of the Sahara seemed to validate their superiority. With their command center operational, they were ready to implement the next phase of their plan, expanding their control beyond the desert. Despite their technological prowess, the Zorathians soon encountered the formidable challenges posed by the Sahara's extreme environment. The first signs of trouble appeared with a series of intense sandstorms. These natural phenomena, unlike anything the Zorathians had experienced, disrupted communications and temporarily halted construction efforts. Minor glitches in their sophisticated technology began to surface. Navigation systems, crucial for mapping the vast desert, started malfunctioning, leading drones astray. The intense heat caused some equipment to overheat, affecting their operational efficiency. These issues, though minor, hinted at the potential difficulties ahead. The Zorathians, however, dismissed these challenges as insignificant. Confident in their ability to overcome any obstacle, they attributed the problems to temporary anomalies. They continued their efforts undeterred, convinced that their superior technology would ultimately prevail. Little did they realize that the Sahara had more in store for them than they had anticipated. The Sahara's environment quickly proved to be more formidable than the Zorathians had anticipated. The desert's harsh conditions were relentless. Massive sand dunes stretched for miles, shifting unpredictably with the wind. The intense daytime heat soared to extremes, and the frigid nights offered little respite. Sandstorms became a frequent and severe obstacle. These powerful storms swept across the landscape without warning, reducing visibility to near zero and wreaking havoc on the alien operations. Communications were disrupted as the swirling sands interfered with signal transmissions. The Zorathians' high-tech equipment, designed to withstand various planetary conditions, struggled against the abrasive onslaught. Sensitive instruments were clogged with sand, and vital systems experienced temporary shutdowns. The intense heat posed another significant challenge. The desert sun blazed down mercilessly, causing the Zorathian machinery to overheat. Cooling systems, though advanced, were pushed to their limits, leading to frequent malfunctions. Energy shields designed to protect against physical threats faltered in the face of the relentless heat. Despite their technological superiority, the Zorathians found themselves battling the very elements they had underestimated. The rapid depletion of resources soon added to their woes. The Sahara, known for its scarcity of water and other essentials, tested the Zorathians' resource management. Their initial stockpiles dwindled faster than anticipated, creating a dire situation. Procuring water, a basic necessity, became a significant challenge. The few known oases were miles apart, and often dried up before they could be fully utilized. Transporting resources across the vast desert proved equally problematic. The sand's constant shifting made ground transportation unreliable, and the extreme conditions affected the performance of aerial drones and vehicles. The Zorathians' attempts to utilize their technology to locate and extract underground water sources met with limited success. Their sophisticated drilling equipment malfunctioned frequently, and the water they did find was often insufficient or contaminated. Initial solutions to these problems, such as creating water through advanced synthesis processes, fell short of meeting their needs. The technology required significant energy, which in turn strained their power supplies. Efforts to establish sustainable resource management systems were hampered by the harsh environment. The Zorathians faced a critical situation as they struggled to balance their technological reliance with the reality of the desert's unyielding nature. Navigating the Sahara became an ongoing nightmare for the Zorathians. Their advanced navigation systems, designed to be foolproof, began to fail. The vast, featureless expanse of the desert offered few landmarks, and the constant movement of the sand dunes rendered maps obsolete almost as soon as they were created. Drones sent to scout the terrain frequently malfunctioned, losing their bearings and sometimes disappearing altogether. These navigation failures led to significant setbacks. Teams tasked with exploring and securing new areas found themselves hopelessly lost. Valuable time and resources were spent on rescue operations, further straining the command center's capacity. The precise coordination that the Zorathians prided themselves on began to unravel as the desert's vastness and unpredictability took its toll. Maintaining control over their expanding territory became increasingly difficult, complicating their mission and eroding their confidence. Frustration and stress began to take hold within the Zorathian ranks. The unexpected challenges of the Sahara led to growing discontent. As operations faltered and resources dwindled, arguments about the mission's feasibility intensified. Some leaders advocated for a strategic withdrawal, suggesting that the desert was an unnecessary and costly endeavor. Others insisted on pressing forward, convinced that abandoning the mission would be a sign of weakness and a waste of their initial investment. These differing opinions sparked internal conflict. The once unified command structure showed signs of fracture as debates became more heated. Lower-ranking members, caught in the crossfire, grew increasingly demoralized. The strain of dealing with the Sahara's relentless challenges, coupled with the internal discord, created a volatile atmosphere. The mission's future hung in the balance as the Zorathians grappled with the reality that their conquest was far from guaranteed. As the Zorathians' struggles intensified, a clear divide emerged within their ranks. One faction, led by the more pragmatic members, argued for abandoning the mission. They believed the Sahara's challenges were insurmountable and that their resources would be better spent elsewhere. Their position was rooted in the immediate need to preserve their forces and return to the safety of their home world. In stark contrast, another faction, driven by pride and a strong sense of duty, insisted on pushing forward. They viewed retreat as a sign of weakness and a betrayal of their initial objectives. This faction, led by high-ranking commanders, was determined to prove their superiority over Earth and its environment, no matter the cost. The arguments grew heated and personal. Leadership struggles emerged as both sides tried to rally support. Meetings that were once strategic and orderly devolved into chaotic debates. Each side presented their case with increasing urgency, but no consensus could be reached. The growing discord began to affect the overall mission. Operational efficiency dropped, morale plummeted, and the once cohesive command structure started to fracture. These internal conflicts had a profound impact on their efforts in the Sahara. Resources were diverted to manage the infighting, and the lack of unified direction hampered their ability to respond effectively to the desert's challenges. The Zorathians, once confident in their technological dominance, now faced the real possibility of mission failure due to their own disunity. In the midst of their internal turmoil, the Zorathians encountered the desert-dwelling nomads. These nomads, accustomed to the harsh conditions of the Sahara, had lived in harmony with the environment for generations. The first encounters were marked by mutual mistrust and fear. The nomads viewed the aliens as invaders and threats to their way of life, while the Zorathians saw the nomads as primitive and insignificant. Initial attempts at communication were fraught with misunderstandings. The nomads' language and customs were alien to the Zorathians, who relied heavily on their translation devices. Despite the tension, a crisis forced the two groups to interact more closely. A severe sandstorm trapped a group of Zorathians and nomads in the same area, necessitating cooperation for survival. During this forced interaction, the Zorathians witnessed the nomads' remarkable resilience and resourcefulness. The nomads, skilled in navigating the desert and finding water, shared their knowledge out of necessity. This unexpected collaboration began to shift perceptions. The Zorathians, desperate for solutions, started to see the value in the nomads' expertise. The turning point came when a nomad leader, understanding the aliens' plight, extended an offer of help. He proposed a tentative alliance, recognizing that mutual survival depended on cooperation. Though skeptical, the Zorathians accepted, driven by their dire circumstances and the realization that they needed the nomads' knowledge to endure the Sahara. The alliance between the Zorathians and the nomads was initially met with skepticism on both sides. However, the desperate situation forced them to set aside their differences. The Zorathians, though wary, recognized the necessity of collaboration. Initial efforts focused on survival, with the nomads teaching the aliens basic desert survival techniques such as finding water, recognizing safe shelter, and understanding the signs of impending sandstorms. As they worked together, trust began to build. The Zorathians shared their advanced technology, which, when combined with the nomads' traditional knowledge, created innovative solutions to their problems. This mutual exchange of skills and knowledge highlighted the benefits of their partnership. The nomads gained access to new tools that made their lives easier, while the Zorathians learned to navigate the desert more effectively. The synergy between the Zorathians and the nomads led to early successes in navigating and surviving the desert. The nomads' survival techniques proved invaluable, teaching the Zorathians how to conserve water, identify safe paths, and predict the weather patterns that influenced their operations. In return, the Zorathians' technology enhanced the nomads' traditional methods, making resource gathering and shelter construction more efficient. Together, they developed hybrid solutions that combined alien technology with human ingenuity. Drones were adapted to better withstand sandstorms by incorporating insights from the nomads. Water extraction techniques were refined using a blend of Zorathian technology and nomadic knowledge of underground aquifers. These early successes strengthened the alliance, fostering a sense of shared purpose. The Zorathians, once lost and divided, found new hope through their collaboration with the nomads. This partnership not only improved their chances of survival, but also paved the way for a deeper understanding and respect between the two vastly different cultures. With the decision made to escape the Sahara, meticulous planning commenced. The Zorathians and nomads collaborated closely to devise a viable escape strategy. The first step involved mapping a route that would lead them out of the desert and towards safety. This route needed to consider water sources, shelter locations, and the avoidance of known hazards. Gathering resources was a critical part of the preparation. Water, food, and medical supplies were stockpiled. The Zorathians contributed advanced portable technology, including water purifiers and energy packs, while the nomads provided their knowledge of sustainable food sources and efficient packing methods. Ensuring they had enough supplies to sustain everyone through the harsh journey was paramount. The initial phase of the journey was fraught with challenges. The group faced scorching daytime temperatures and freezing nights. Maintaining a steady pace while ensuring the weaker members were cared for required careful coordination. The combined knowledge of the nomads and the advanced equipment of the Zorathians provided an edge, but the harsh conditions tested their resilience from the outset. As they ventured deeper into the desert, severe sandstorms became a recurrent threat. These storms not only hindered visibility but also risked depleting their resources and causing injuries. Each storm required immediate action, setting up temporary shelters and protecting their equipment from the abrasive sand. The Zorathians' technology, combined with the nomads' storm-predicting skills, enabled them to anticipate and better withstand these challenges. Internal conflicts arose as the stress of the journey took its toll. Some members doubted the feasibility of their plan, leading to heated exchanges. Maintaining group cohesion required strong leadership and constant mediation. The Zorathian commanders and nomad leaders worked tirelessly to address grievances and keep morale high. Creative solutions emerged from the blend of alien and human ingenuity. For instance, they devised a method to use the Zorathian energy packs to power makeshift cooling systems, providing relief during the hottest parts of the day. They also used a combination of traditional nomadic navigation techniques and alien drones to stay on course, even in the midst of sandstorms. The final leg of the journey was the most intense. The group reached the most treacherous part of the desert, a vast expanse with no water sources and constant sandstorms. Critical decisions had to be made quickly. Sacrifices were inevitable. Some non-essential equipment was abandoned to lighten their load. Both aliens and humans faced moments of doubt and exhaustion. During one particularly severe storm, a nomad and a Zorathian commander made the ultimate sacrifice, staying behind to ensure the main group could find shelter. These acts of bravery and selflessness galvanized the group, reinforcing their determination to succeed. The dramatic moments of the final push tested their resolve and unity. The collaboration that had developed over the weeks became their greatest strength, allowing them to overcome the seemingly insurmountable challenges of the Sahara. Emerging from the desert battered but alive, the survivors felt a profound sense of accomplishment. The successful escape from the Sahara was a testament to the power of collaboration and mutual respect. The Zorathians, once confident in their superiority, had learned to value the nomads' wisdom and resilience. Reflecting on their journey, the Zorathians recognized the importance of humility and adaptability. They had underestimated the Earth's environment and its people, but through this ordeal, they had gained a deeper understanding and respect for both. This experience reshaped their perspective, emphasizing cooperation over conquest. A lasting alliance was established between the Zorathians and the nomads. This partnership symbolized a new era of coexistence and mutual benefit. The Zorathians, now more attuned to the complexities of Earth, pledged to use their technology to aid rather than dominate. The nomads, enriched by their new knowledge, found their lives improved through this unexpected alliance. In the end, the Sahara's harsh lessons forged a bond that transcended their differences, highlighting the potential for unity and collaboration in the face of adversity.